G'day everyone. Alright, so I finally got in my aftermarket pieces I want for this build I'm doing later on. Not sure exactly when, but it's definitely, I want it for my show next year, so it will be done. So it's Great Wall Hobbies 1/72 scale, this one, Su-35S, the Flanker E. It's quite, as you know, flankers are huge, so even in 1/72 scale, it's still a decent size model. I'll move that over there. So lots of bags, and a lot of them will be weapons. Right, sit some of this. And still going and going and going. Right. There. See here. Alright, the decals out the way a minute. Somewhere, I hope there's an instruction here. There they be. Alright. So, let's try and fit this in. It's a bit larger than the standard book. Alright, so you got, if we pull away the instructions, there's your sprues that are in the box, and there's also a small photo etch fret. Alright, so starting with your ejection seat and cockpit tub, and by the looks of it we have decals for the instruments, and then we cut this part for red 6, so different part configuration here for that straight up. So red 6, different scheme. Cut the part, but it doesn't really show what you're actually cutting off. Anyway, so that's the main, or your front gear, nose gear well. Alright, then you got your inserts for the main gear, drilling in your holes for weapons, pylons and drop tank pylons. Then we putting in the tub into the upper fuselage, and then the fuselage halves go together, so there's not a lot of work before you actually get it together. Sorry, they got me confused here. I keep saying wires, I don't know what the hell they mean by that. It's in reference to paint call out. So, I'm missing something. Oh, hang on, let's go here. Nothing's popping out to me there. Right, then you're onto the radar, nose radar. So it doesn't show it displayed with the nose cone open, so I don't know if that's an option. And I'm not sure how, off the top of my head, how they attach, as in how they do open up. Is it upwards or sideways? I'm not sure. So if you wanted to have it open, just check out some images of it to see how it how it works. This build will not be open. This build will be coming into land or just touched down, so that's not a concern for me. And you're on to intakes, so it's 2 halves with the intake fan. So your usual of 2 lengthwise seams to clean up in each intake, and then you're on to the main. So that was just a part of the intake which inserts into the engine cover intake section. Holes again to be drilled as pylons attached under the intakes. So pretty. I was thinking that it would be extremely involved build, but not so far. It's just pretty simple. Intakes going on. Again with the wires, C8. C8 is silver, I believe. Yeah, silver. So why the word wires is written down, it's got me. Alright, what do we got here? Again, wires. And it's with different colour callouts. So these are internals of the landing gear base. Then you're actually putting your gear legs together, which mine will have down because it's coming into land. And with that said, wheels going on. We got the forward control surfaces, the slats. I don't know if they're called slats on this thing or not. Gear door. Again, if you're doing the scheme Red 6, Part M5 and Decal A141 is only for that particular scheme. And then we got another option here for Red 3, Blue 25. Okay, so that's Red 6, Red 3, Blue 25. Alright, so the slats going on in this section. Part of the rear of the, it's not really a gear bay, but behind there, going in. Gear doors, so your photo etches for the shaft dispensers. So they're actually covers, so if it was in combat they'd be off, obviously, so they could use them. Alright, the stabilizers. So you got the right, left, just one piece going on each one. So it looks like they're one piece parts, which is good. Cockpit. Alright, so this is telling you that they must be tinted on the real aircraft, so they're saying to lightly spray with, what's GX109? No, GX109 is clear colour. Okay, I have to have a look at that. I think that means smoke, maybe, or a tint, yellow or black tint, if that's what they are. I'll have to have a look at a picture of one of them. Yeah. Alright, the flaps going on. Again, more chaff dispensers, the covers. So they're saying when it's parked, the flaps droop. Horizontal stabilizers going on, and looks like these parts go on the inner side of them that attach to the fuselage. And you're on to the engines. It's one of those ones with the multi-piece feathers that join together to make the nozzles up, exhaust. So, right, so they're giving you the parked display, which they droop when it's parked, and the nozzle is open, and then the in-flight, it's obviously it's not drooped because it's flying, and the nozzles come in. And again, pictures when you insert them showing you the closed. And some things are lost in translation on this. So they're saying closed state, but it's an option. So it's parked or in flight. And again, angle on the nozzles when parked. So the nozzles are opened. Onto all your pylons, little stabilizers on the underside. I think these are, I don't know, they're for your pods. Is it for jamming radar and whatnot? Could be totally wrong. Anyway, they go on now. Then you got your weapons. So R27ER, R27ET, R77s, R73. So what we got here, fitting them to the pylon. They show that there. I don't know what's going on here. So that's the sidewinder. Okay, different. So the pylon to the weapon, and this is a different pylon for left side and right side. And weapons going on. Whether it can actually carry all that at once, I don't know, but it's pretty impressive layout. And you got all your colour call out and all the decal call outs for the pylons and the weapons. One of the joys of jets is half your time spent painting weapons and masking weapons and putting decals on them. And stencil data for the jet. It's quite a bit. Almost as bad as a Phantom. And again, there'll be particular ones for the Red 6 or the other ones. So you got the top of the aircraft, underside of the aircraft, and then we're back to the colour call out. So this was the Red 6 that was mentioned several times during the build instructions. So this one, what is it? 23rd IOP, I don't know what that is. 25th DPVO, don't know what that is. 11th Air Army VKS Himaimin Syria 2016. And underside call out. So up here we should have this is your one of the other schemes, which is the eggplant over the blue. I quite like the colour eggplant, but it's a bit boring. And then yeah, this one, this was blue 25. So was that the same? Looks a bit different, the blue on it. Trying to find the actual colour code, the silvers and all the other little bits and pieces going on. C8, C8, C61. C1. No. Come on, where's the actual bloody colour of it? Here we go. So it's a mix. 10% C65, 90% C73 for that blue. Oh, it's the same. It's just, it's not on the paper though. It looks different. This one looks brighter, but that's just the way it's been printed. And as for the mixing colours, well, that's in Mr. Colouring for Hobby, but you can buy Flanker colours because I bought some years ago, so I'm sure there's even more now available from different manufacturers. Staples. Alright, so there's a little, so you, depending on if you're having it combat ready or not, as to whether you use the covers. And I missed during the instructions where that was for. And that was for, where did it go? So that was on the last scheme I showed the marking on it. And not a lot really, it's all stencils basically, except for your aircraft number and the red star. They've obviously, that's to protect the clear parts, but the clear parts have got center seams in them, so that's going to have to be sanded out and polished. So that's, yeah, painful for one word. Why can't we just mould canopies in one piece without a center seam? Some can do it, why can't we all? Alright, so heaps of surface detail with great wool. As mentioned, at 1/72, it's still big model, so you're looking at, well, it's 27 just for that, and you gotta add the nose, so you're looking up around probably 30 centimeters or so, I guess. the slats are two parts, so top and bottom, and they all got nice detail on it. It's very fine. That's so fine that I'm not even sure you'll see it when it's painted, the rivet details and that. On the, I don't even know if you can see him on the camera there. Very, very fine. But details are good. Great Wall usually are. They don't slacken off for the details. Alright. So we got some engine nozzles. So they open ones, I think. Alright. What we got here should be the underside, the intake areas. Again, heaps of details on them. Very nice. I'm looking for just kit parts, not the weapons at the moment. Alright. Okay, so there was parts for the seat in there and the radar. Those pods that sit on the wingtips. So all the outer pedals for the nozzle, so you got the in-flight and the open for the parked, flame holder, fan, the engine nozzle, intake fan, so it'd be two of them. The louver doors for the intake, so you got the open and the closed option. So at least they're providing you with everything. Pylons. Right. Alrighty. So I'll start with this one. Cockpit tub, gear legs, some of the actuators for the landing gear, and part of the canopy, the top canopy, the insert inside, and the wheels, weight on wheels. So I'm going to have to do something like that, because how I pictured how I'm going to pose the aircraft won't work with weight on wheels, especially the nose wheel. But we've got time to think about it. Inside the gear bay, obviously the nose cone, parts of the intake. All nice. Alright, now this is what this one came today. I've been waiting for before I did the review, so this is the pilot for it. So it's from Reed Oak. So it's Russian modern fighter pilot sitting, so he's in his flight position. he's pretty small on his sail, so probably could have got away with anything, but I thought I'd make an effort. Looks good. Hopefully it's, I know it's 1/72nd scale, but everyone's 1/72nd scale aren't always the same. So hopefully he is. Alright, open this up. Oh my goodness. Alright, so that's the, oh, that's awesome, isn't it? That's damaged in the post. Makes me real happy because I paid friggin' like $60 for that from England. This is why I'm starting to experiment making my own motion blur. Anyway, that's what I got, so I have to work with it. It's not a Russian runway, but I'll have to do because that's all I could get. Friggin' happy about that. And the other thing that I got for it is the chutes. So the resin, obviously. So this thing lands with 2 chutes, and you get carbon fiber rods for the ropes, attachments to it. So this is from 3D Chute Expert. He's on Facebook, but obviously he has a website because that's where I got this from. He does 3 scales and a bit of everything. So if you want to do a Phantom, he's got Phantom chutes, F104s, MiG-29s, and the MiG-31, and so he's in the Russian ones. He's got the Su-27, the Su-30, 34, 35, MiG-31, 23, 25, Su-24, Su-25, and a MiG-29. But yeah, he does Western aircraft as well. This is just, I don't even know if it'll work. This is just one of those things I'm challenging myself. A bucket list of an aircraft landing. Already I've seen a problem for myself with the wheel. I can get, I can look for another wheel, or I'll work something out. Or I had intended it like similar to that, but its wheels, back wheels are touched down, and the nose is yet to touch down with the chutes trailing. But yeah, what I envision in my mind doesn't always work, so we shall see. Alright, I had some photos. Thanks for watching.